Welcome back everyone to UFO Chaser. I'm Jason. Get ready because in this video, we'll be taking a close look at our solar system as you've never seen before. The solar system, estimated to be around 4.5 billion years old, is mainly made up of the Sun and the 8 planets that orbit it, Earth being one of these. I'm not including Pluto as a 9th planet since it was degraded to a dwarf planet in August of 2006. Beginning with the Sun and working our way out, let's get started.
The Sun.
Age 4.6 billion years. Size 864,000 miles in diameter. Around 1,300,000 planet Earths can fit inside the Sun. The Sun weighs about 133,000 times as much as Earth. This is a medium-sized solar flare beautifully appearing to loop with a fiery rain. The Sun is huge but tiny compared to some known stars. Energy created at the core is nuclear fusion. Temperatures at the core can reach more than 27 million degrees Fahrenheit. The Sun is almost a perfect sphere. It is mostly hydrogen and helium. The Sun is by far the most important source for life on our planet. The Sun is expanding and will eventually die and burn out, ending all life as we know it. It's predicted that the Sun has about 5 billion years of life remaining. The Sun is classified as a yellow dwarf star. The Sun alone contains 99.8% of the total mass in the solar system. It takes around 8 minutes for light to reach the Earth from the Sun. The Sun rotates in the opposite direction to the Earth. Estimates show there could be around 7 billion stars similar to the Sun just in the Milky Way galaxy alone, and over 1 trillion stars that are roughly the same as our Sun in the entire universe.
Mercury.
Mercury is the closest planet to the Sun at a distance of around 36 million miles. Size around 3,044 miles in diameter, making it the smallest planet in the solar system. Despite being the closest planet to the Sun, it is only the second hottest. And even though it is the smallest, it's the second densest of all the planets in the solar system. This is largely due to Mercury being composed mainly of metals and rock, with only the Earth having a higher density. Mercury does not have any moons or rings around it. 1 year on Mercury is equal to 88 Earth days. 1 day on the surface of Mercury is equal to 176 Earth days. Mercury has just 38% the gravity of Earth. Only 2 spacecraft have ever visited Mercury. Mercury is the most cratered planet in the solar system, caused by numerous encounters with asteroids and comets. Temperatures on the sunny side of Mercury can reach a scorching 800 degrees Fahrenheit, while the alternate side of the planet can be a frigid negative 279 degrees Fahrenheit. The planet Mercury has a molten core, which makes up 42% of its volume. Due to cooling and contracting over time, the planet's surface has wrinkles. Mercury is a rocky planet with a huge iron core, and its appearance highly resembles that of Earth's moon.
Venus.
Size around 7,521 miles in diameter, making it nearly the size of Earth. Distance from the Sun around 67 million miles. Despite being the second closest planet to the Sun, it is by far the hottest. Due to the high concentration of carbon dioxide in Venus's atmosphere, trapping in heat like a blanket, temperatures can reach around 864 degrees Fahrenheit. This temperature is hot enough to melt lead. Venus's thick atmosphere contains clouds of sulfuric acid, causing it to be reflective and shiny, making it the second brightest natural object in the night sky after the Moon. Venus has 90 times the atmospheric pressure of Earth. That's about equal to pressure at a depth of more than half a mile deep in Earth's oceans. Venus is named after the Roman goddess of love and beauty, but sometimes referred to as the Hell Planet, probably due to its intense heat and torturous atmosphere. Venus is the only planet in our solar system that spins clockwise on its axis, effectively making it upside down. It takes Venus longer to rotate around once on its axis than it does to complete one orbit around the Sun. It takes Venus 243 Earth days to rotate around once on its axis, making it the longest rotation of any planet in our solar system. 1 year on Venus is equal to 224.7 Earth days. One day on the surface of Venus is equal to 243 Earth days. Size 7,917.5 miles in diameter. Distance from the Sun around 93 million miles. It takes Earth 1 year or 365 days to complete one full orbit around the Sun. The Earth is spinning at around 18.6 miles per second, completing one rotation around in 24 hours, causing the daytime and nighttime. The Earth is tilted 23.4 degrees on its axis. Different parts are tilted towards the Sun at different times of the year, causing the different seasons. Instead of being completely round, the Earth is more like a squished ball that bulges out in the middle at its equator, caused by Earth's spin and the effects of gravity. The Earth's atmosphere protects us from the Sun's rays by deflecting and blocking out a large amount of harmful solar radiation. Earth is the only planet in our solar system known to support life, partly because it's at a safe, habitable distance from the Sun, and also containing certain necessities such as oxygen and water. Earth's atmosphere is composed mainly of 78% nitrogen and 21% oxygen. Humans need a minimum of 17% oxygen to breathe, so Earth could not support human life if only less than a quarter of its atmosphere replenished. The Earth has one moon. Water covers 71% of the Earth's surface, and almost all of it, 96.5%, is our oceans. Earth currently has around 2 million different species known to science. Although with new species being discovered and documented every year, researchers have estimated that around 1 trillion species could be living on Earth. The current human population on Earth is close to 8 billion. From every single living creature to the mountains and the valleys, the vast oceans, lakes, and rivers, from glaciers of ice to the driest deserts, to the forest and the plains. The breathtaking beauty of Earth is undeniable.
Mars.
Size around 4,222 miles in diameter. Distance from the Sun, around 141 million miles, making Mars the fourth planet from the Sun. Mars' rotation around its axis is close to the Earth's. One day on the surface of Mars is equal to 1.026 Earth days. Mars has 2 moons. The name Mars comes from the Roman god of war and is often referred to as the Red Planet. On Mars, the Sun appears about half the size as it does from Earth. Mars is home to the tallest mountain in the solar system, which is actually a volcano reaching 13 miles or 68,640 feet tall. Mars has a thin atmosphere composed primarily of carbon dioxide. There are signs of water on Mars in the form of ice. Due to Mars' atmosphere, this water would have to be salted to prevent it from freezing or vaporizing. Mars has the largest dust storms in the solar system, which can last for months and cover the entire planet. During the day on Mars, the sky is pinkish red and the sunsets are blue. Mars' gravity is only 37% of the Earth's, meaning you could jump nearly 3 times higher on Mars. It's thought that in the next 20 to 40 million years, Mars' largest of its 2 moons will be torn apart by gravitational forces, leading to the creation of a ring around Mars. Only 18 missions to Mars have been successful.
Jupiter.
Size around 88,729 miles in diameter. Distance from the Sun around 483 million miles. One day on Jupiter is equal to 9.8 Earth hours, making it the fastest spinning planet in the solar system. 1 year on Jupiter is equal to 12 Earth years. Jupiter has 79 moons. Jupiter also has rings around it, but they are very faint. A familiar feature of Jupiter is the Great Red Spot. This raging and persistent anticyclonic storm measures a massive 14,913 miles in diameter. Jupiter has a magnetic field 14 times stronger than Earth's. Jupiter is the 5th planet from the Sun and the largest in the solar system. Jupiter is a gas giant with a mass 318 times more massive as the Earth. In fact, Jupiter is 2.5 times more massive than all of the other planets in the solar system combined. Colorful clouds of ammonia crystals only 31 miles thick surround the planet Jupiter. Below those clouds, it's just hydrogen and helium with a liquid metallic core. So theoretically, if you were to try and land on Jupiter, you couldn't. And you would just pass all the way through it.
Saturn.
Size around 74,600 miles in diameter. Distance from the Sun around 886,000 miles. 1 year on Saturn is equal to 29.5 Earth years. 1 day on Saturn is equal to 10.2 Earth hours. Saturn has 82 moons. Saturn is sometimes referred to as the jewel of the solar system. Saturn's atmosphere is divided into bands of clouds. consisting of ammonia ice, water ice, and cold hydrogen and sulfur ice mixtures. Like Jupiter, Saturn is a gas giant, composed of similar gases including hydrogen, helium, and methane. Surface temperatures can reach a very cold -218 degrees Fahrenheit. Wind speeds around the equator of Saturn can be more than 1,100 miles per hour. Divided into 7 groups, Saturn has 30+ rings that surround the planet, mostly consisting of chunks of ice and small amounts of dust. Saturn's rings are amazingly thin, being only about 65 feet thick, but stretch out more than 75,000 miles from the planet.
Uranus.
Size around 32,600 miles in diameter. Distance from the Sun around 1.8 billion miles. It's thought that Uranus has the components within its atmosphere to rain diamonds. 1 year on Uranus is equal to 84 Earth years. 1 day on Uranus is equal to 17.9 Earth hours. Uranus is the only planet in the solar system that derived its name from Greek rather than Roman mythology. An abundance of methane within Uranus's atmosphere is what gives it an ultramarine color. Uranus has powerful winds within its atmosphere that can reach more than 560 miles per hour. Uranus has 13 distinct rings that surround the planet. Uranus has 27 known moons. Oddly enough, Uranus is the only planet in the solar system that rotates around on its side and is tilted a staggering 99 degrees on its axis.
Neptune.
Size around 30,200 miles in diameter. Distance from the Sun around 2.8 billion miles. Neptune is the 8th and furthest known planet in the solar system from the Sun. Neptune is the smallest of the gas giants, but the densest. Neptune has the strongest winds in the solar system that reach up to 1,305 miles per hour. Neptune has 6 known rings that surround the planet. Neptune has 14 moons. Neptune's largest moon, Triton, strangely enough, spins in the same direction with the planet, versus its other moons spinning in the opposite direction. If you could stand on the surface of Neptune without sinking in, you would find that the surface gravity is almost Earth-like, being only 17% stronger than Earth's gravity. That's actually the closest to Earth gravity in the solar system.